Hi, I'm Amy from Flow to Fit Yoga, and this is my beginner ab workout. So if you haven't been keeping up with your ab exercises, or you're just starting to work your abs, this is going to be a great, quick little workout, really good place for you to start. So we're going to start by coming sideways on our mats. Hold on to the backs of your legs, lower yourself down nice and slow. Walk those feet in a little bit so they're a little bit closer to your hips, and we're going to start just by thinking about what we're going to do with our abs while we're working out. So there's a bunch of different schools of thought on this as far as whether or not you should keep a little arch in your back or you should press your tummy down towards the floor. I like to just go with whatever doesn't hurt your low back. So the ideal is to scoop that belly, do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, so just sort of rolling your hips towards your rib cage a little bit, pressing those abs down towards the floor. But if that hurts your low back to do that, then just don't do it. Just keep that little natural arch, but try to just think about squeezing your tummy and still drawing that navel back while you still keep that little arch in your low back. We're going to start with toe taps, which is just a little warm-up exercise. So just wiggle around a little bit, make sure you feel nice and grounded and connected to the floor, scooping those abs, doing that little pelvic tilt as long as it doesn't hurt. We're going to take the knees to 90 degrees, keeping the toes pointed, belly pressed in, so really engage the abs. That's the most challenging part of this exercise, just keeping the tummy nice and tight. Toes are pointed, and all we're going to do is pressing that belly in. You're just going to tap one toe down at a time. So nice and slow. 1, 2. And the challenge is just to keep the abs pressed in. 3. So just think about tightening your abs the whole time. 4. Still breathing, obviously, so try to keep breathing nice and deeply. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. Keep breathing. 10. Keep that belly pressed in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, I'm just going to scooch down a little. I feel like I'm too far up. All right, next one is toe taps again. We're going to do both legs at the same time, so it's even harder to hold that belly in. So keep that belly button pressed in and down. We're going to draw the knees into 90 degrees. I like to imagine that my knees are glued together, your toes are pointed, hands down by your sides. Draw those shoulder blades down and back so they're nice and relaxed. Gaze is straight up at the ceiling, press the belly in and tap the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep those abs pressed in. 6, try to keep that back on the mat if you can. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and 1. Good job. You can keep the feet down on the floor. Next one we're going to do is the 100. So you can rock those knees side to side a little bit, just loosen up that low back, as long as, again, that's okay with your back. So be careful with this one. We're going to do the 100. So belly is going to be pressed in. Bunch of different modifications for the 100. I'm going to show you the easiest version. But if this is way too easy for you, then you can take your knees up to 90 degrees. So for this one, feet are down on the floor, head and shoulders lift, your arms come down by your sides. We're going to pump the arms so we keep them nice and straight. We pump those arms and we use a pumping breath. Abs are pressed in. Again, if this is too easy with your feet on the floor, then just take them up to 90. That'll make it a little harder. And there's a bunch of ways to make it even harder from there, but let's just stick with these two for this video. So dropping, I'm going to do the easiest version. Feet are on the floor, head and shoulders lift, pump the arms, pumping breath. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Get those shoulders up. 9, 10, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 60, 70, 80, 90, pressing that belly in, 100, good job, drop the head and shoulders down, hug those knees in, rock side to side again. All right, single leg stretches next, so they're slowly getting harder and harder. Belly presses in again, head and shoulders lift, legs come to 90. This time we're gonna draw one knee in as we stretch out the other, and you can take it in a little bit further, and then we're gonna switch. Belly stays pressed in, we're gonna go nice and slow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, belly pressed in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Hug them in, drop it down, rock side to side a little bit. Wiggle those knees a little bit further up. Okay, next one. Interlace the fingers. Keep that index finger out. We're going to lift the head and shoulders. Belly presses in. Legs are coming to 90 degrees. This time feet are flexed. What we're going to do is we're going to push one foot down nice and low and slow, straighten it all the way, and almost like you're pedaling a bike up a hill. We're going to take that in, and then we're going to switch. Push the other foot down again, nice and low and slow. Abs have to stay pressed in, and you're reaching up with your fingers towards the ceiling. This one's a lot more challenging than the other ones. Do the best you can. Take a break when you need to. All right, so lifting the head and shoulders, reach up and stretch up, push your foot down. Doesn't matter which one, and then we're going to switch. Keep that belly pressed in. 1, 2. Really push those heels down. 3, 4, and reach. 5, 6, 7, nice and low and slow. 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, abs are pressed in, almost there, hanging there. 5, reach. 4, press those heels down. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Hug it in, drop your head and shoulders down, give that neck a break. Good job. One more exercise. We're going to do some crunches to center and then to the sides. We're going to do a basic crunch. Easiest version of the crunch. There's a million ways to do them. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Hands, interlace your fingers, take your hands behind your head, let your thumbs slide down to protect your neck a little bit. Elbows are going to stay nice and wide. Make sure your feet are parallel to one another so they're not turned out or in. They're just nice and straight. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale, press that belly in. On our exhale, we're lifting that chin towards the ceiling from the center. So we're lifting from here. The arms aren't lifting you, and then we're going to come down. All right, ready? Nice deep inhale. Here we go. Exhale and lift. 1. Exhaling every time you lift. 2. Squeezing your abs every time. 3. So make the abs do all the work. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 sets of 10. 9. 10. 10 more. 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, now we're going to go to each side. So left ankle on top of the right knee. We're going to take that right elbow across the body to the left knee. Think about bringing your right rib cage to the inside of your left thigh. All right? Hands behind the head. Nice deep inhale, exhale, and lift. 1, 2, 3, get those shoulders up as high as you can. 4, lift from the waist. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 10 to this side, 9, 8, abs are pressed in, keep breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Switch sides. Right ankle comes on top of the left knee, left elbow, right knee. Take rib cage to thigh. Nice deep inhale, exhale, and here we go. 1, 2, try to really get that knee. 3, try to keep your neck relaxed. 4, using the abs. 5, 6, we're almost done. 7, this is the last exercise. 8, 9, 10, 9, get those shoulders up, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Take that foot down and take a nice full body stretch. Take your arms overhead, reach and lengthen. Nice deep inhale. On your exhale, stretch it out. Stretch out those abs, walk those heels down a little bit. Walk your knuckles up behind you, get a nice full body stretch. Awesome job. Keep that up. Try to do that a couple of times a week, or 3 to 5 times a week would be ideal. And then you'll build up enough strength to move on to an intermediate abdominal workout. So thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you next time. Namaste.